You smell that? Smell that? You know what that smell is? That's the smell of Oscar season. That's right, it's the time of the year where the best movies of the year come out and are nominated at the Academy Awards. Now for those who know me, I'm a huge fan of movies. Movies are a big part of my life. I like to watch them, I like to review them. I want to make them one day, so movies are just something I love to, good movies are just something I love. And this is the time of the year when the best movies of the year come out and are nominated at the Academy Awards, the Oscars. I like to call myself an Oscar tracker. I like to follow the best movies of the year. I like to see how they're doing, how the reviews have been, how much money they're making, and I like to predict what movies will be nominated at the Oscars every year. So in this video, I'm going to give some of my predictions for the movies that will be nominated this year at the 90th Academy Awards. If you're not a big fan of the Oscars or the Academy Awards, I highly recommend that you look into it. It's a fun thing just to see these great, really good movies just get nominated for awards and for people to talk about them and to watch them, and for just good movies to be recognized in the world of movies that are full of blockbusters and explosions and sequels and all of this nasty movies. So without further ado, let's name my top 10 films that I think will be nominated at the Oscars this year for Best Picture. So number 10 on my list, and the first movie I want to talk about, is a movie called The Florida Project. It was directed by a guy named Sean Baker, who I've never really heard of before. I heard it's a really good movie, and it's got Willem Dafoe in a supporting actor role, and I hear he's really good in it. And it's kind of an independent movie. It's a low-budget movie. It was produced by a company called A24, which produces lower-budget movies. I think this movie is just going to barely squeak into the top 10. I haven't seen it. Disclaimer, I haven't seen any of these movies at all. I purposely don't see them so I can watch them more around the time that the Oscars are held. I don't really want to see it that much. It doesn't really interest me that much, but it looks like it will be nominated at the Oscars. So that is one of my predictions. So number 9 on my list would have to be a movie called Darkest Hour, starring Gary Oldman and directed by a guy named Joe Wright, who is a well-known director who has made a lot of good movies. The movie is about British Prime Minister Winston Churchill and his involvement in World War II. And I heard Gary Oldman's performance as Winston Churchill was very, very good. I've heard it's probably one of the best performances of the year. He might win Best Actor for it. Really? Yes, sir! I don't really want to see it that much. It looks kind of boring to me, honestly. Sorry to say that. Yes! Stop. But I heard it's good. I think it will maybe or maybe not get nominated, so that's why I have it at 9. Number 8 is a movie called Phantom Thread, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and starring Daniel Day-Lewis. Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorite directors of all time, if not my favorite, and Daniel Day-Lewis is my favorite actor. Phantom Thread is about a dressmaker who meets this young woman and he falls in love, and it's about his struggles with his work and his love life. Again, my favorite director and actor in the same movie. It's just perfect for me. Please, please get nominated, please. Number 7 on my list is Get Out by Jordan Peele. And before, when I said I hadn't seen any of these movies, I actually lied. I've seen Get Out. I saw it when it first came out, I think in February of this year. It's been out for a long time. I thought the movie was okay. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I liked all of the hype around it and how everybody was seeing it, and it got really, really good reviews. I really want this movie to be nominated because it's a horror comedy movie. I think it would just be a different kind of movie to be nominated, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I'd like to see it be recognized. Number 6 on my list for Best Picture is a movie called 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. That's a really long title. This movie is a comedy. It's got Frances McDormand in it. I heard she's very, very good in it. It just looks funny, and I think it's going to be nominated at the Oscars. Number 5 on my list is a movie called Call Me By Your Name, and it's directed by Luca Guadagnino. It's a movie about a young man having a relationship with an older man, so there's that. And I heard it's kind of a slow-moving drama, romantic drama kind of. It's gotten fantastic reviews, and I just feel like it's probably going to be a movie that's going to be nominated at the Oscars. Number 4 on my list is a movie called Dunkirk, directed by Christopher Nolan. And I am a huge fan of Christopher Nolan. He's one of my favorite directors, and Dunkirk has made a ton of money this year. It's gotten really good reviews. It's the best war drama of the year, and everyone's just been saying it might even win Best Picture, but I only have it at number 4. I'm not so certain it will win, but I think it'll definitely get nominated. Number 3 on my list for Best Picture is a movie called Lady Bird, directed by Greta Gerwig, the actress, and starring Saoirse Ronan. I'm a big fan of Saoirse Ronan. She's one of my favorite actresses, and this is also another movie by A24, just like The Florida Project. I heard it's really funny. It's a coming-of-age teen movie, but it's gotten absolutely great reviews, and it just looks like a good movie. I don't think it's actually going to win Best Picture, however, without a doubt, it's going to get nominated, so I have to have it pretty high on my list just to confirm that it will get nominated. Number 2 on my list for Best Picture at the Academy Awards is a movie called The Post, directed by Steven Spielberg and starring Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. The movie is about the events surrounding the Pentagon Papers and about the journalists who try to expose all of that. I like Steven Spielberg. He's one of the greatest directors of all time, obviously. But this movie looks okay for the most part. I don't really want to see it, but I love Tom Hanks. He's one of my favorite actors, and this just seems like a really important movie in the world right now with everything about politics and stuff like that. So there's a good chance it could win. I heard the reviews are okay on the movie, but I think there's a good chance that people will just want to vote for it just for the importance of the movie. So that's why I have it at number 2. And number 1 on my list for Best Picture of the Year at the Academy Awards is The Shape of Water. The Shape of Water was directed by Guillermo del Toro and stars Sally Hawkins, and it's gotten great reviews right now, and it just looks like a really good movie to me. I really want to see it. The movie's about a mute janitor in the 1960s who forms a relationship with an aquatic creature, and it just looks like a really good mix between sci-fi, romance, drama, comedy. I heard it's even got some like little musical parts in it. It just looks really good, really funny, really heart-touching, and I just really want to see it. And I think with the mixture of all of this and the reviews it's getting, I think it's probably going to be nominated, and I think it's gonna win. So those are my predictions for the top 10 movies of the year that will be nominated at the Academy Awards. I really want to see all of these movies later this year. I think I'm gonna see all of them in a movie marathon type thing. I might make a video on that. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these movies and what you thought of them, or you can give me your predictions of what you think will be nominated at the Oscars this year. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Please like this video. Share it with somebody who loves the Oscars. They might appreciate this video. So thank you all for watching, and so long, I guess.